No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 417. Mets 10:07 p.m. Dixie 7:07 a.m. Lala Truganini, bladder emptied and coffee mug filled, sat at her kitchen table and said, "All right, Big B, shall I turn my face to the moonlight? Let my memory lead us. Open up, enter in." Transitioning to song for the last 15 words. "I see," Big B replied, radiating pleasure and chuckling. "Thank you for sharing that snippet of song with me. I'd yet to be introduced to cats. If you have a moment, perhaps you can share more of your memories with me when we're done sifting through your candidates who we might welcome into our inner circle. In addition to Director Burchett, I was wondering if you would consider Sergeant Barbara Goff of the Brisbane Police Department and SWAT Commander Richard Kelball. My fear is that Burchett is quite dogmatic, while the pair of officers seem more pragmatic and perhaps more flexible in their risk-to-benefit assessment vis-a-vis me. I would be happy to flash you some examples of their exemplary service if you'd like." "I'm open to candidates," Lala replied, "and I certainly understand the need to balance pragmatism, common sense, and following the intent of the law rather than being shackled by rules and regulations that were written by men who simply had no way of foretelling having a telepathic being as a comrade. Yes, why don't you show me some examples of them in action, please? Let's start with Golf. As you may know, she led the police detail that raided Brentsy's home, and I was impressed with her work. May I show you a few quick snippets of her action?" "Please," Lala said. "Excellent. Allow me to zip through some of Golf's police work during the raid on Brentsy's home. I'll flash through her interactions, and then we can either move on to Kelball, or you can share your thoughts about Golf, and then we can move on to Kelball. Amenable?" "Absolutely," Lala replied. "All right, here are a few snippets," Big B telepath before flashing through some Golf in action replays, beginning with her entering Brentsy's booby-trapped home. "A quick review of procedure," Goff said to a team. "Cyber team members must remain within 1 meter of your designated SWAT officer. The cyber team members will lead each team, but the accompanying officer has 100% veto power. You know cyber, we know security. Both team members need to work together. This is not a place to lock horns." Jumping to the next sections, he said, "George Stibbets, Officer Harry Murray is your SWAT partner. Say hello to one another. Ada Lovelace, you're with Officer Damien Pereira. J.J. Grossman, Officer Frank Partridge, and Trevor Percy, you're with me." Ballooney jumped ahead and provided Lala with Goff, saying, "SWAT team, keep your body cams pointed in the direction of your protective charges work. We need a continuous, unambiguous record of everything that we do in this room." There was a slight change in procedure as Z showed Lovelace, asking, "What are all our fail-safe protocols on booting? I have something at which I'd like to take a quick glance, but I'm worried about locking us out or worse. Based on our sit-rep and the violent crimes Brentsy has been accused of, plus his wealth and connections, I'm more than a little worried that unauthorized access to the system could lock us out or destroy the files. Are we just noting files for later reviewing, or are we viewing now?" Goff had immediately responded, "Definitely not viewing at this time," before addressing the team as a whole and adding, "Ms. Lovelace asked if we are examining cyber evidence. We are not. As the cyber team knows, booting Jane Ross could trigger defensive programs that could destroy or alter evidence. Today's mission is strictly to locate and annotate. Do not view. Clear?" "Good," Goff said to the room, then adding, "Excellent question, Lovelace. Good work," as the team continued working. "What have you got, Ms. Lovelace?" Goff asked as she looked at the data displayed on the screen that had prompted Ada's clarification request concerning viewing the contents of Brentsy's security system videos. "It's this one, ma'am," Lovelace replied, hovering her finger above the screen where a file titled Gethsemane 12698 was located. Big B flashed a scene where Ada Lovelace had shouted, "Don't touch it, ma'am!" "Sorry, it's a touchscreen, ma'am. You might activate the system if you touch it." Then back to Goff, who replied, "Touchscreen, eh? I've heard of those, but I've never seen one. Please address the team and convey your concern." Z jumped forward again to Trevor Percy, calling out, Sergeant Goff! Sergeant Goff, there's a record here of which company installed this security system, as well as the names of the 3 technicians. The work was done by Grafton Security Systems, completed on the 20th of September, 1997, and the techs were David Jones, Nisham Chaim-Even, and Richard Woodcock. Those 3 might be able to provide us with helpful information concerning the best way to proceed with our investigation. They may have installed backdoor access to Jane Ross. Goff responding, "May? Do you think that's likely, Trevor?" Trevor replied, I don't know. It's highly dependent upon Grafton's protocols. There are programmers who install secret backdoors on everything they do without asking for permission, as well as some who would never leave an unauthorized cheat code in someone's computer network once they finish with the project. It's just a lead I thought you might want to follow. Back to Golf saying, absolutely, Trevor. Jot those names down and I'll phone the Mary PD station. If there are cheats available, I want them. Good work. There are, of course, many more I can show you if you'd like, Balloony said to Lala. Would you like more, or shall I share some direct observations of SWAT Commander Kelba? No, Lala said. That's enough for now. Why don't you show me some of Kelba? Coming right up, Z replied.